why do hackers use Linux? Firstly, Linux is an open source and transparent. With Linux, you have access to the source code to fully understand its inner working, and you can tweak it to suit your purpose. Second reason is the granular control. Using scripting language such as Python and Bash, we can quickly script a program to interact with certain aspect of the operating system. And thirdly, most hacking tools are based on Linux. Majority of the hacking tools are targeted toward use on the Linux platform. So these reasons makes Linux to be a operating system of choice by hackers. Linux distribution mostly used for hacking include the Kali Linux, Parrot OS, Black Arch Linux. However, any Linux distribution will do just fine. The only advantage of using this distribution is that they come with the hacking tools pre-installed. With this, we start looking at the basic Linux commands. Okay, so the first Linux command that we are going to look at is the print working directory command. It is used pwd, and print working directory is used to list the current directory that we are currently on. So if you just type pwd, it will now give you the current directory that you are in. So we are at home Faisal desktop C. All right. Now the next command that we are going to look at is the ls command. Now ls command is a command to list all the files and directories that exist in the current working directory. So to make use of it, we just type ls. Now ls has now listed all the files that currently exist in the current working directory. Another useful command is the man command. The man command stands for manual. Now the man command can be used to query and get the manual of any other command. So for example, we have just used the ls command to list all the files that exist within the current directory. Now if we want to know more about this ls command, we just type man ls. Now this man ls, after running this command, it will show us the manual for the ls command. The next command is the help command. The help command is similar to the man command we have seen previously. The man and the help work on almost every command. So you can use the man ls or ls-help, and it will show you the help or the manual page of the ls program. So to do so, we just type ls -help, and then it will give us information about how to go about using the ls command. The ls command is very similar to the man command. Sometimes programs will not have the man command, and they'll just have the help command. The next command is the tab command. This corresponds to the tab button of the keyboard. So if we are typing a command, or if we are looking for a file and we are just not sure, we can use the tab button to autocomplete. So ls, let me list the files and the directories that I have in this current working directory. So if I want to enter the name of this, for instance, I want to open this particular text file with a libpad. So I don't want to type the whole of the length of this call log, this text file call log. So I don't want to enter the whole of the name. I can just start a call log. Then I will press the tab key, and then it will autocomplete for me, so that it saves me time, and I don't need to go on typing the whole of the name. And I just press the tab, and it autocomplete, and it saves me time. The cd command is the change directory command, and this command is used to navigate from one directory to another. So for instance, I can use the cd command to navigate to my desktop folder, and if there is any folder, I can still use the cd command to navigate to this C folder. So the cd command, the change directory command, is just to navigate from one folder, from one location to another. The cp command is the copy command used in duplicating files and directories from one location to another. So let me type ls to see all the files and directories that are located in this directory. So say I want to copy this any of these files to the desktop directory. So I can just go ahead, I type sudo, and then I type the name of the file. Say I want to move this payload to the desktop. Payload. Okay, it's sudo copy payload, and then I want to I type sudo. Sudo stands for super user do. So mostly since we are running on a non-root account, then some certain commands require us to make use of sudo. So most of the times we just type sudo so as not to get permission issue. If we don't type sudo, and then if we try to make use of some commands, then we are going to have a permission error issue. So we just type sudo. Sudo stands for super user do. And then the cp is the copy command, and then I'm copying this file payload.apk. Then I now put the location where I want to move this payload.apk to. So I want to move it to the desktop directory. So the two dots that I put means that I am moving backwards, 2 location backward. So I'm currently at the download directory. So one dot means I want to move it to the current directory, and then 2 dot means that I am moving backward two directories backward. That means to the Python home Python directory. All right. So I'm where I have the desktop directory. So I'm moving it to the desktop directory, and then I'll just press enter. Now this payload.apk has been moved to the desktop directory. So let me go back to the desktop directory and then see whether it has actually been copied. So I'll type desktop. Now let me clear the screen. Now clear command is used for clearing the screen. So I have all this and I want to have a clean slate. I will just type clear command and then I will press enter. Then it will wipe away everything. Now I can now type ls. I can see, okay, I have seen my payload.apk file has been successfully copied to the desktop directory. The move command is used to move files and directory from one location to another. So unlike the cp command, the copy command that create a copy of your file, the move command will not create a copy, will not duplicate the file or directory. It will take one file or directory from move it from one location to another. So let me type ls to list all the files and directories that are currently situated in this current directory. So we have a directory C, and then we have a file called failure.apk. So now let me move back this file failure.apk to the download directory where I copy it from. So to do so, I can just can just copy it. I'll type the command sudo, and then I'll type the move command, and then I issue the name of the file, which is payload.apk. I use tab completion to complete the name for me, and then I'll issue the location where I want to move it to. So two step backward where I have the download directory, or let me move it to the document directory. So document, and then I have it. So I can now navigate back to the document directory, cd document, and then I'll go and see whether it has actually been moved. All right, ls, and then I have my payload.apk. So now let me move back to the desktop to see, do I still have a copy there? Cd change directory, and then I'm moving 2 steps backward to the desktop directory, and then ls to list all the files and directories that are situated in the desktop directory. And now I can see payload.apk. That means it has successfully been moved to the documents directory. The make directory mkdir command is used to create a directory. To create a directory, we just type in the command followed by the name of the directory we want to create. So let me create a directory called hacking. So to create a directory called hacking, I'll just type sudo, and then I'll enter this command mkdir, and then I'll issue the name of the directory that I want to create, hacking, sudo make directory hacking, and then I will press enter. Now type ls, I can see that a directory hacking has been created for me. The rm command is the remove command used to remove a file or directory. All right, so to illustrate this, let me create a file called hack. So sudo super user do, and then make dir. We have seen this command, make directory. So make directory. So let me call this directory hack, and then I'll press enter. So ls to list all the content of this desktop directory. So we have 2 directories within it, C and hack. Now I want to remove this hack completely. So all I have to do, I type sudo, and then I would type this rm command, rm, and then I have to put a flag, a switch called r. Now this switch r means recursively. So it is going to, if there exists any folder within this hack, it will go ahead and delete the folder directory hack as well as any content within it. And usually, if we want to delete a directory, we have to use this rm command alongside this dash r switch. So we put rm dash r, and then I'll now enter the name of the directory that I want to delete, and then I'll hit enter. So ls, you can see that the hack directory has been successfully deleted.